probably everybody has wanted to do these. We all have done it. We all have been in our bathroom being like, hello, Vogue, welcome to my skincare routine, etc., etc. But I figured, why not just put it in a video so y'all can see? You know, maybe it's a manifestation of sorts. Am I manifesting? Perhaps I am. But here is my, I guess I would say, guide to like sensitive skin care daytime plus my everyday makeup look. Okay, so currently my face is pretty ashy right now. I washed my face, but I didn't do my skincare routine because I didn't want to show it on screen. So let's just get right into it because yeah, I need some moisture. What I like to use first is the Deep Sweep 2% BHA Pore Cleansing Toner from Pharmacy. But I like to just pour that into my hands and then I just dab that onto my skin. So for me, I'm saying sensitive skin because I have very sensitive skin, and I've been known that for a while, but I feel like over the years it's just gotten a bit more sensitive, which is a little interesting. Over the holiday break, around like December-ish time, late November, December, I was dealing with like some eczema, which I never really dealt with. At least I think I didn't, but now that I think about it, I think I did. So basically, I reduced my skincare routine during that time to literally just face wash and moisturizer, that's it. I wasn't using nothing else, but I finally have been able to reincorporate back my favorites, and a lot of my favorites come from Pharmacy. So this one, again, the Deep Sweep, love this stuff. And then next, I've been using this Feeling Good Hyaluronic Acid Plumping Serum, also from Pharmacy. I promise this is not sponsored by Pharmacy, but if they want to, your girl is ready and willing. But I like to put 2 like little pumps of that into my palm, and then I rub that together and also pat in. And this is part of like their honey line. So another one of my holy grail products from their honey line is their Honeymoon Glow Nighttime Serum. Freaking love that stuff. I can now reincorporate it back and I'll be using it like 2 nights a week. So this has kind of like a somewhat sticky consistency. And now finally for moisturizer, I'm going in with my Honey Halo Ultra Hydrating Serum and Moisturizer, which is also from Pharmacy. But I love this one because it is a very, like, it's a thicker moisturizer. Any moisturizer that has ceramides in it usually are much thicker, perfect for the dry skin, perfect for dry weather. But if you live in even like harsher climates, then a moisturizer with like some ceramides are definitely your best friend. They just provide an intense level of moisture. And once I do that, I actually like to do this thing that I saw on TikTok, which is sort of like a form of like a facial massage. Take my index and my middle finger and I just basically kind of sculpt my jawline, chin. And I've been doing this, I'm not gonna lie, you do see a difference. You do see a difference. It's basically like a lymphatic drainage for your face. You're basically just trying to get the nodes moving and circulating. And you're just pushing that downwards. Again, this motion. Or you can always use a gua sha stone, which I also like using. And I use that just to sort of kind of sculpt my face just a bit. And then I'm going in with the flat side and just boop. This is mainly for lifting, sculpting purposes, you know. If you do this like first thing in the morning after you wake up and do your skincare routine, it does make a big difference. All right, sunscreen, almost forgot. I just use Supergoop's Unseen sunscreen. Can you see it? Can you see it? There it is. Has been a favorite, doesn't cause a white cast, doesn't leave me too oily. All right, now that we are done with the sensitive skincare portion, we are gonna go right into the makeup. So I have been using this Ilia True Skin Serum Foundation, and this is a really good foundation. It's like a Your Skin But Better type of foundation, but it does have like a good amount of coverage, and it's sort of like a more red shade. And the first thing I'm gonna do is take that and apply it right around my chin and above my lip, because those are the areas that tend to sort of gray out on me, oddly enough. And so this foundation leans a little bit more red, but it does blend in pretty nicely, to be honest. But it does lean a little bit more red, so I like to just use that and kind of neutralize this area. Take some of that. Now I'm gonna mix it with this Urban Decay Stay Naked, oh my goodness, Stay Naked Hydro Maniac. It's basically like a foundation. It has light-ish coverage. I would say it's a medium coverage. Been using this one as an alternative. I just use my finger to apply that first to the areas that I want it to go on, and then I go on with the brush and buff it out. I don't normally dip my brush into the product and then apply it on my skin, just because I feel like this gives me a little bit of control. The only time I do that is when I'm officially done with like basically applying the base and I'm just trying to cover up any other spots that I may have missed. Kind of like a perfect match. You see how that covered like my dark spot? I just have a dark spot right there, which is honestly not as dark as it used to be, and that is from consistently being consistent with my skincare routine, you know, incorporating vitamin C serums into my routine, and just making sure that I kept upkeep with my routine. Now, moving on to the concealer portion, I'm going to take this Sephora Clear and Cover, literally one of my favorites. I've been using it forever, and ooh, just can't get enough of it. And I'm literally gonna apply that to my under eye. And it's essentially acting like a color corrector, because as you can see, my under eyes are just slightly darker, which most melanated women, that is the case. I have my array of brushes here. Now we're going in with the Mcgrath. This Mcgrath concealer, I talked about it on my TikTok, and the video went semi-viral. And literally, if you're not following me on TikTok, go ahead. I actually really do enjoy TikTok. Dare I say I enjoy it way more than I do Instagram. But that shouldn't be no surprise. But I use the shade MD25. And when I say this is literally my favorite concealer, I'm not exaggerating. It's creamy. It is blendable. It just feels nice. Ugh. I actually need to re-up because I just realized I am running out. But Path and her team, child, they do what they have to do with this one. Not mad. Not mad. And then I put it in the usual areas. Oh, I'm actually running out of this concealer. Oh no, baby. Oh no. Put it on my forehead to highlight down the bridge of my nose, on my chin. And then lately what I've been doing is I put it above my lip because, I don't know, light also hits there, and that I noticed that it just looks better. It's giving Whoville. It's giving Whoville. Now, when I blend this out, I like to first start with my chin, and then this part, bridge of my nose, and then this part just to let it set a little bit. And my favorite technique so far has been using a concealer brush. This is the Pro Concealer 57 from Sephora. A really good brush. It stays selling out, but I will obviously make sure to link it below for you. So I feel like on these little Vogue things, they ask the people questions about their, obviously, like career and what they're doing. So let's try to do that. Obviously, I'm just going to be asking myself questions and answering them. Question number 1, how long have you been an influencer creator? And I will say, technically, I've been blogging since 2012, which is such a long time. That's actually almost 10 years. It will be 10 years in May. Feel like in that time, obviously the industry has changed. When I first started blogging, it wasn't for monetization purposes. It was simply just a hobby. There was no career out of it. It was just doing it because you enjoyed to talk about whatever you like talking about. And for me, that was fashion. Loved fashion, still love it, and it's the one thing I want to talk about. I remember I wanted to start a YouTube channel and I was so scared. It's hard to get a footing. Like once one video does what it needs to do, then you're pretty much in good standing. But to get to that point where you get a video to, like, I guess go viral or, you know, really get a lot of views, sometimes can be a little difficult. And honestly could be a little discouraging. And this is somebody, you know, who is quite disciplined with creating content. Sometimes I'm like, dang, it's hard. This is real hard. But, you know, we keep showing up because I'm hopeful that somebody out there will resonate with the content I'm putting out. Y'all see how that blends in? Damn, this concealer is just good. But speaking of content creator, I know like right now, or influencing, I will be specific, because content creator and influencing, they're not the same. Like an influencer, can be a content creator, but I don't think a content creator specifically can necessarily be an influencer. So they're not interchangeable in my opinion, but you can do both. If you didn't know, content creating is literally creating content, and sometimes you can create content and it's literally like you don't post it, you literally create it for brands to use, and that's it. Versus as an influencer, obviously your focus is on building your brand, building rapport with an audience. And so I realized that over the time of being said influencer, and that my impact is in helping people kind of become more confident in themselves, feel more comfortable with wearing certain things, feel more comfortable with like talking about certain things, or just being who they are, being themselves unapologetically. Is that how you say that? Yes. Wow, that's a tongue twister. But yeah, things like that. So why do I keep saying things like that? Things like that. Anyway, that's my spiel on the influencer industry. Figure out what your why is, and your why will keep you going. Because to be honest, there are some days where motivation is running real low, and you need more than motivation. Now I'm going in with a setting powder, and I'm using the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop Mattifying Powder in the shade White. Now, at first when I first used this, I was just like, white, but I realized that this kind of gives like an additional little extra highlight. I do not bake. I use a brush and I just sweep it on there. Next, I'm going in with the Can't Stop Won't Stop Mattifying Powder in the shade Mocha, which is just going to be used to set the rest of my face. This was in the shade Brightening Translucent. See, the look still feels very kind of like fresh. Obviously, I got makeup on. It's not given like a no makeup look. Never said it was, never said it would. Now we're going in with my brows, and I use a Precisely My Brow from Benefit. Freaking love this eye pencil, or eyebrow pencil. It's so good. Literally started using it like a year and a half ago and have never turned back. It's just, I can't go back to anything else. This one is just really, really good. It's precise. I don't like to do too much. I just kind of slightly outline the bottom and like the top half of the brow, and then I just brush some missing pieces in, and I use the spoolie to evenly distribute. I'm happy to say that my brows are fairly full, but believe it or not, they used to be fuller until I had a mishap with a threading person years ago, and I feel like my brows have never been the same since then. We're just gonna use my spoolie to brush that in. You really don't want any harsh lines. I don't know if anybody else has this issue, but if you're a contact wearer, maybe you can relate. But whenever I wear my contacts sometimes and I do my makeup ends up getting on my contact. Somebody explain to me how that happens and why it happens and how I stop it from happening, because it's annoying, because then it smudges my contact and now there's a blur. I also go in with the 24-hour brow setter from Benefit, which is also like such a good product. I freaking love it. It has this little wand here. Obsessed. So I know I said this is like a manifestation, because I would literally love to do something like this and, you know, speak it into existence. Now for eyes, I'm gonna take a brown eyeshadow and just rub that on the bottom of my lash line. All right, now because I just want a little bit of oomph in my inner eye corner just to sort of brighten it up, I'm gonna use this Charlotte Tilbury palette, and this is their Pillow Talk Luxury palette. It has these very kind of like champagne-y light shades. I'm gonna go in with this mauve pink shade. It's showing up way brighter on the camera, but it's like a neutral mauve color. See, it's subtle. It's very subtle, but it's just enough, just enough. Now to finish up the eyes, my favorite step in doing my eyes is mascara. But I'm going in with the Milk Kush mascara, and this is literally one of my favorite mascaras of all time. There it is, there she is. As a contact wearer, you gotta be careful with applying mascara, because I have had a situation where the mascara literally went directly on my contact, and I had to switch out my contacts because I wear dailies. I wear daily contacts. I do like the volume it provides, and there are some days where I'm going for this look only. Like I don't need anything else but just a little added volume. Now I'm going in with the second mascara, and this is an OG that people were obsessed with at one point in time, and it is Bad Gal Bang by Benefit. Finally, for lips, I like to go with a nude lip, glossy nude lip. Preferably is my favorite. What I like to do is go in with a black liner. Yes, you heard that correctly, black. If you are lighter than me, probably not black, it might be too much, but if you're my shade or even deeper, black will definitely be your best friend when it comes to liner. Trust me on this one, just trust me on this one. You just have to line it very so lightly, press together. Now you have both the top and the bottom lined up. Then I go in with this NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Lava Cake. It's a nice, beautiful chocolate brown. And I use that to also line my lips, exactly where I put the black. And this will provide me a nice, deep chocolate liner of sorts. I'm sure you could probably find a chocolate liner, but this is my preferred method. For me, I slightly overline my lips just because when I don't, it looks a little off. Slightly. I feel like I'm going for more taupey vibes, so I'm just gonna go on with the Merit Beauty. This stuff is bomb though. It says Tinted Lip Oil. It's basically lip gloss. See, nice everyday. And I think that's the look. Let me just fix my hair and put on like some earrings or something, and then I'm gonna come right back and sign off this video. All right, hair done, earrings on. I have these name earrings from the M Jewelers. Says my name, Seyi. But yeah, nice, simple. This is literally my everyday look that I do for like filming days, mainly filming days and shoot days when I shoot content. But yeah, this is the look, y'all. I hope you enjoyed this Vogue inspired video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch y'all in my next one. Until next time, bye.